Let's talk about the current state of multiverses. Someone commented on one of my videos asking if I would make a video like this, and the answer is yes, man. Here it is. I made a video a little bit ago called The Downfall of Multiverses, or Multiverses is Finally Dying, something like that, man, where I just said the game is going downhill. And do I still believe that to be the case? What direction do I think this game is going? Let's talk about it. I'm not warmed up. Ignore the gameplay. I'm just trying to soothe y'all's TikTok brains, man. Y'all Subway Surfer gameplay brains. You know what I'm saying? No offense. Y'all know how it. All right, let me get to the meat and potatoes. All right, so how is Multiverses doing right now? Well, the first thing I want to say is the game is not doing very well. And let's keep it a bug. The big mid-season patch that they just released that was meant to change the game forever, that was meant to keep the game fresh. Why am I loading in so long? Did not do anything, because at the end of the day, what was it, man? Well, they introduced Agent Smith into the game, which, let's be real, who cares about Agent Smith? Not a lot of people, man. I couldn't even tell you like where that guy's from. I know he's from Matrix because I looked it up after he was added to the game. Never even seen the Matrix, but what I can tell you is Agent Smith is definitely not the main character. So it's like, why add a character like that when there's so many just better options that are going to build hype for the game? And let's keep it real. Yes, the game is unbalanced. The game is not balanced right now. You know, your top tiers are absolutely ridiculous. Your low tiers are horrible. However, I don't think the casual player, especially the ones playing 2v2s, care at all really about how balanced the game is. How, you know, perfect every single character is in comparison to one another. I think at the end of the day, people want just fun characters. I think that's what the majority of people are going to start playing Multiverses for. And if you're adding characters like Agent Smith, it's just not going to end well. And I think that's reflected in the player count of this game. Next thing I want to talk about is ranked mode. I'm over here not even caring about this match right now. And in reality, while I do kind of care because, you know, me personally, I want to have good gameplay for my YouTube channel, the large majority of players are not given a reason to care about their matches. You know, why try? Why give it your all if at the end of the day, it's not even reflected in your stats? You have your recent matches and then it just wears off, resets every 10 matches or whatever, on to the next 10 matches, just like that, man. So why try every match? Why actually play good instead of just, you know, pushing in every 2 seconds if at the end of the day, there's no stats? So they're kind of focusing on balancing to please competitive players, in which they're not even doing a good job at that. You know, let's be real, the game is unbalanced, even though that it seems like that's what their focus has been put on. They're not focusing on player or characters for casual players. So at the end of the day, no one is happy, man. Especially if you don't have ranked. You don't have ranked. You've been adding lame characters. The maps are like the same as they've always been. You know, you're not adding any good maps. And the maps that you do have in the game, people do not like, such as Mojo Jojo's Mansion. That was a new map upon release, and just no one's into it, man. And I think that it comes down to not doing enough. They're not doing enough with this game. It seems like they're not even working on this game. And at the end of the day, if this game is going to succeed, Season 2 needs to be absolutely massive. Because right now, I believe there to be maybe 10,000 people playing this game, something like that, which sounds like a lot, but it's really not. I mean, there's Fortnite creative maps with that many people right now, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, as far as the direction for Multiverses in the future, Season 2, which I believe is coming out in maybe, I'd say like 2 months or something like that, which is a long time, and the game is going to keep tanking until that time, needs to add a few things. The first needs to be ranked. Ranked is long overdue, and in my opinion, the game should not have dropped without ranked. The series of progression, even if someone is bad, even if someone is a casual player, even if they're playing 2v2, this series of progression is what keeps people playing. And you can look at games like Valorant and Fortnite to prove that. And what you will see is there will always be more people playing ranked than there is people playing non-ranked, because at the end of the day, people just want to care. That's what they want to do. They want to care about winning. They don't want to relax. I mean, obviously, you know, some people just want to relax. Some people want to chill out, which is why you still do have the core game modes. You know, maybe people also want to practice, stuff like that. But yeah, ranked is just so integral for a successful game, man. So they definitely need to have ranked in the Season 2 release of this game. And then the other thing that they need to add, if this game, you know, they need to get it back in the spotlight. They need to show people, hey, we're not the same game we were on release, which was not very good. We are a completely different game, which is why they need an absolutely monstrous character to be added, man. And that is going to draw eyes in from their fan bases. What character would I recommend for that? I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't matter as long as they have a fan base. Maybe, I still think Walter White would just be absolutely huge. I think that it would draw attention from everywhere. But I mean, it is pretty unrealistic. But they need something like that, something unrealistic like that, man. And if they do that, I do think there's hope for this game. But right now, I'm gonna keep it honest, man. This game is dead. Multiverses is 100% completely, it's cooked. It's considered a dead game right now, in my opinion. However, you know, I still get, you know, some good views, 2,000 views or so. But that's because you guys are just, you know, the Multiverses community that's left, man. There's not much of y'all. There really isn't, man. Not too many people are into this game anymore. Okay, maybe 10,000 is a bit ridiculous. There might actually be like 30,000 at a time, but still, you know what I'm saying, man. Upon the official release of this game, there was probably like 1 million people tapping in. So the game is definitely falling off a little bit. I want to catch him with the UFO. What else, man? What else? Really, dude? Alright, anyways, final thing I want to talk about. If I was to start this video right now with 40 seconds of silence, would you still be watching? Absolutely not. You would have been out of there. You would have been like, wow, this video is absolutely garbage. Get me out. I'm gonna go watch someone else, right? So why does Multiverses do that with the bots? If you're a new player, they are originally going to greet you with a lobby full of bots for like 10 matches. And what's going to happen, because not only are they're completely obvious that they're bots, but it's just not fun. And people do not like playing bots. Even if they're not obvious, like if people know that they're playing bots, they're not going to have a good time, man, because that's annoying. No one wants to play against computers. They want to play against other players if they're playing a multiplayer game, which is why I thought they had the absolute garbage rift mode, was to get people ready to play actual players, or at least, you know, people who don't want to play actual players, give them something to do. However, they just put bots in the game, and it's like, why? It's probably the dumbest thing that they could do, and I truly believe that they are losing so many players thanks to the bots, man. I think so many people are just leaving the game once they get their 4th bot lobby in a row, because no one wants to partake in that, man. People want to play real people. Yeah, I find that important. I think they should just make the experience far better for new players in general, because it makes it so hard to get into the game when you have to play, first of all, the garbage rift mode, and then you got to play a bunch of other nonsense. Thank you for watching. Leave a like on the video if you agree with anything I said, and subscribe if you're new.